The Ink and Paint Club podcast is intended for mature audiences only, so don't tell your parents! Listener discretion is advised.
You're listening to the Ink and Paint Club podcast, your weekly home for animation reviews and discussions.
Hey everybody, welcome to the Ink and Paint Club podcast for this week. Sorry it's been a few weeks since we've been on here, but we're back with the whole crew. Yeah, so I'm JD, I'm the host, and Kyle's here too.
I think I'm here.
He's here in spirit.
There we go.
And hey, Dustin's here too.
Yo, what up, gamers?
It's your
All right,
boy
Dustin, get off. You've been kicked off the show.
It's your boy Dustin here. Remember to like, comment, subscribe.
Oh Jesus, yeah, that's what our channel's turning into.
We're hereby becoming a Let's Play channel, and today we're gonna play Legend of Zelda: Skyward Sword.
I gave up on Skyward Sword pretty quick.
Wow, this game is not very good, isn't it, fellas?
Lols, thousand.
Okay, let's play over it.
All right, well, it's been a while since we did an episode on music videos. I think last one we did was probably sometime around this time last year. So like, screw it, let's do another one. Cause
is it that time of year already?
Sure. I don't know when it was.
Young lad out the window. Can you tell me what day it is? Why, it's animated music video day, sir. Go into town and buy me the biggest goose you can.
Okay.
God bless us, everyone.
This all happened, everyone.
God bless us. So yeah, we're gonna be talking about some cool animated music videos. I'll make sure.
Now, JD,
What?
JD, you're telling me these are music videos.
Yeah, they're not like.
Yeah, and they're animated. You said.
Yeah, I mean it's this newfangled thing. It's all the rage.
Huh.
These damn kids and their animated music videos.
Isn't that wild?
All right. So I figure we'll just go around the table here and talk about some cool music videos we've watched recently or whatever. So who wants to start?
You start.
Fine, I will.
You're the host.
Yeah.
Fine, I will.
Nerd. Let's all make fun of JD for starting.
That's your fucking burden. That's your cross to bear.
It's true.
Look at this guy over here starting podcasts.
Right. So, let's talk about The Devil Went Down to Georgia by Primus.
Okay.
So Kyle made like a big 4chan thread a couple weeks ago just asking for music video suggestions, and I saw this one on here and I was like, cool, this one's stop motion animated. That's kind of nice.
Are you telling me Kyle posts on 4chan?
Kyle lives on 4chan. I'm pretty sure if he could, he would set up a tent there and just live there, like
I'm on there
some
right
kind of
now.
vagrant.
Don't you know that's a cesspool for bad people?
Exactly, that's why Kyle lives there.
We can't be seen interacting with you in public anymore.
It's true.
It's okay, I'm sorry.
Kyle, you've been
okay.
voted off the show.
Sorry.
Here's your marshmallow.
Your stock in the show has been transferred to me.
He's zero stock. I don't sell stock in this show. That would imply it makes money.
I'm gonna leave due to scheduling issues.
There you go. So yeah, I thought this was a kind of a simple, early. I think it was early '90s when this music video came out, and I thought it was maybe like maybe a Will Vinton kinda ish, but it's not like his weird like clay Play-Doh-ish kind of animation that he does. But I looked it up, and it was a guy who's basically worked with Henry Selick a lot. I think he worked on like Corpse Bride and James and the Giant Peach and all that stuff. So I mean, it's a nice little short. It's well animated for stop motion. It's only got like one set on it, so it's not like too complicated, and it's only got like 2 characters and some chickens.
I like the devil's design and stuff.
Yeah, I did too. I thought it was
great.
kind of interesting.
I love the devil's design with his big old teeth.
And I like it that they chose, even when the devil's talking in the song, he doesn't actually move his mouth. He just still has that big toothy grin.
Well, that's the weird thing about animated music videos. Sometimes the characters will sing along, and then sometimes it'll be the character, but they won't move their mouth ever. It's kind of
Right.
Weird.
Yeah. Sometimes you get that.
'Cause that's what happened in Monkey Rag, the other one we'll talk about.
Yeah, we'll talk about that in a little bit.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves, boys.
But yeah, I've never really listened to Primus. I mean, I only know them because I think this song was on one of the Guitar Hero games, and I know they did the they've worked with South Park. I mean, they did the theme song, and Dustin, I think you were saying they had a song on one of the CDs that South Park put out.
Yeah.
I only know them because I've seen posters for their show. I guess they did a Willy Wonka show or something like that, and I've seen posters for that.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's all I fucking know. I think they did they redid the old ass movie. I don't know.
Huh.
They did the music for it. I don't know.
Interesting. But yeah, I mean it's interesting. I'm not like really into like kind of country rock. I don't know if that's Primus' whole thing or if that was just for this song. So
I think it's just for that song.
Yeah, I assume so. But I don't know. The animation for this I think is pretty well done, especially and it's nice knowing it has roots in other things I'm familiar with, like the Henry Selick and all that stuff. So it's cool. I like it. I can appreciate stop motion because I know how much of a pain in the ass it is.
Yeah. I don't think it's like my favorite rendition of the song. It's good, but I think there's a couple out there that I like better. But yeah, I like the designs. I like the animation. The devil's cool.
The devil is cool. All hail Satan.
Satan's got.
I mean, we're all Satanists here.
Satan's got my vote.
Don't blame me. I voted for Satan.
So yeah, that's a good one. Who wants to go next?
How about Dustin? He's the guest.
I am the guest. How about we get an obvious one out of the way? Since I feel like no episode would be complete without Gorillaz. Let's do Saturn's Barz by Gorillaz from their not so most recent album, Humans.
Is that the most recent one?
No.
I said not so most recent one.
What's
man.
come after that?
The Now Now.
Oh yeah. I feel bad because like I would say I'm a fan of Gorillaz music, but I haven't listened to either of those albums.
Well, Humans is kind of... I don't want to say it's bad, but it didn't really do much for me. I might need to listen to it again. Mm-hmm. I like this one, though. It has a handful of songs that just, like, immediately grab me.
Yeah.
But this one was their first big comeback video. And part of what I like about this one is it doesn't immediately go into the song. It starts out with, like, a little... Gorillaz story going on with the band finding this spooky house.
I did like that they had everybody had their voices and stuff like that.
Yeah, they all got to talk. Actually, I don't think Noodle talked in this one.
No, I don't think
she
so.
talks. She didn't in this one, but they had her. They gave her the spotlight in like other promos and videos.
Right.
So it's not like she's getting the shaft or anything. That actually reminds me, we're supposed to be getting like a Gorillaz series, aren't we? Like, I think Jamie Hewlett's working on a Gorillaz TV series.
I feel like they've been
That's
saying
cool.
that for years.
Yeah, but I think this is the first time they've actually like come out and like said,
It's actually
yes,
gonna
we're
happen
doing
this
a
time?
series.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't think they've said anything about it since. So
I was about to
no one
ask
knows
you if
any
there was
details.
any news.
No, there's like no details, no anything. Nobody knows what it's gonna be, or if it's even still happening.
I mean, if they're actually gonna do it, I'm down.
Yeah, I'm really interested in seeing where it goes, but this kind of gives me a glimpse. Like it, I really like when they show things happening with the characters outside of the music videos. Like, do you remember in Phase 1 they had those gorilla bites?
Yeah, I like
really
those
well
things.
animated little like 1-minute segments. Yeah, this kind of reminds me of those where it's just, you know, them in the world. So here it starts with them finding this haunted house. And then segues into the song, which I like the song. It's not normally my thing, but I like that it has kind of a really eerie vibe that really suits the video.
Yeah, because when we were writing stuff down for which videos we want to talk to, you were kind of juggling between this and
Humility.
And I like Humility better as a song, but I like Saturn Barz more as a video.
Yeah,
'cause
I
Humility's-
really like both.
Because Saturn Barz is a lot more visually interesting because it's got the house and the haunted and the creatures aesthetics, but where Humility is just like 2D skating around a beach. It's pretty much all it is.
With Jack Black.
But it's got Jables.
It does have Jables.
Jables.
And that's why I was kind of juggling between the two. I like both a lot. But yeah, I think just because this one's video is like a little more interesting, I had to give it to this one.
And that that's kind of something that happens when like I watch music videos in general. It's like sometimes something can have an interesting music video, but the song itself is just kind of and I'm kind of pretty on the song just because I feel like it's kind of similar to a lot of that mumble rap stuff that's on the radio a lot these days, and I don't much care for that.
Can we say that?
What?
Can we say that?
Sure.
I don't know. Okay.
JD, I think you're going to get in trouble.
Probably. I do think like
They're going to make call-out posts about you.
Like I think the actual music to the song is good. I'm just not a fan of like the lyrics, like the lyrical style for this, but no, the music video is really well put together.
I like the monster designs.
The Flying Pizza
I
Man.
like the song. I like the song. Like I said, there's only like a handful that really stand out to me on Humans, at least that I remember. I'd say this is one of them. Like I said, I just kind of like the eerie tone of it. I mean, maybe my opinion's just being influenced by the video, but I like the weird creature designs. I think all the characters look great. Noodle has a really cool look in this one, and 2D has his grandpa pants on.
Yeah.
And I like this has Murdoch and not the guy from the Gangrene Gang.
What do you have against Ace?
I have nothing against him. It's just nice seeing the four of them together.
That's true.
I have nothing against Ace. I thought it was funny that they put him in there.
Yeah, okay, whatever. Did you guys see when this music video was originally uploaded? Naked Murdoch was totally uncensored.
I don't remember that at all. That's hilarious.
Yeah, just totally, you could see everything.
Yeah. Oh, that
pee-pee was
that
go.
reminds me, Kyle. You were saying like how characters will be singing parts of the song. It bothers me in this that there's a part where Murdoch is singing, but it's obviously 2D's vocals, and it bothers
Everybody
me.
does. Everybody does, because Noodle's singing too, and it's coming out as his voice.
I don't know. I feel it just for Murdoch's part, it seems a little more obvious, and I don't know. It stands out a little more to me.
It never really bothered me, but I think that's because it happens to everybody, so it never felt like too out of place, just kind of like a style thing to me.
It's a haunted house. They were all possessed by 2D. Okay.
There you go.
One thing I'll say about this video, the CG, not the most amazing CG out there.
So the pizza is probably the worst.
Yeah.
Do you guys remember that episode of Jimmy Neutron with the evil killer pizza?
Yeah.
It just straight up is that.
Mm-hmm.
It's like you could switch one out for the other and you'd never be able to tell. But I think part of me might take that over the like hyper realistic CG versions of the characters from Plastic Beach.
Yeah.
Like those are really impressive, but they do not sit well with me. I think they're a little too impressive.
It's Uncanny Valley.
Exactly. Like they're really well done, but I think that like kind of cheesy lame CGI fits better with the 2D animated characters.
Oh, I like the monster designs because like the worm has see-through face or something. Its lips are
that's cool.
underneath its skin, and
yeah, it's like a texture on top of the model.
It's just a weird style like decision, and I fucking dig that. And then I don't really like the arm coming out of the eyeball and the other thing, but that's just me.
I think it's pretty cool. I'd get vinyl figurines of all of them.
I would definitely do that myself.
Maybe not the pizza.
Nah. Get that from like the grocery gang or something.
I'll just go out and buy a pizza and eat it.
There you go. That works too.
I was saying when we were watching this video before we recorded this, I really wish we got a video for Andromeda. That's one of the tracks from Humans that I really like. I feel like I've been getting into that kind of, how do you describe it? I guess like kind of space sound. Like it gives you, I don't even know what I'm trying to say, but it makes you think of like space visuals.
Is it lo-fi?
Yeah, I was gonna say
kinda.
lo-fi.
That's a good way to put it. Yeah, I like it a lot. That's one of the tracks on that album that really stands out to me. It's weird. I think Humans only got like 2 music videos.
The rest
I think
were
it was the same
somewhat,
melody.
because they had like somewhat music videos, but they weren't really. It was just like an
They
animated
were like
picture.
they're kind of like an animated background. It wasn't like
they did one
animation or anything.
Well, they had one for Strobe Light where they're in like a nightclub, and it has like CGI models of 2D and Noodle and Murdoch and Russell, and they're like dancing, but they're like with real people. And that one, it's not like a bad music video, but it's, as for a Gorillaz music video, it's kind of boring.
Mm-hmm.
Like nothing really happens. Nothing about it is like visually
right
impressive. Then they did one for Sleeping Powder, which isn't even on the album. It was like a bonus song afterwards. And then they moved on to the Now Now. So I guess we're still getting music videos from them, but it's still kind of weird that Humans, they only did like 2.
That is weird.
Yeah. But I think that's all I have to say about Saturn's Barz, is that it's cool and it has cool designs. And it was this was their first big comeback video. Like after Plastic Beach, it had been like...
Was the one with Andre?
Like what?
Andre 3000?
Yeah, that one was in like 2010, I think.
I think it was
and
2013.
Humans came out.
Wasn't it?
Was it? I don't think so.
Do Ya Thing?
That one was pretty good too. I like that one. I mean, that one has those realistic models I was just complaining about, but I thought the video was cool. Just kind of, especially since with the other Plastic Beach videos, they were pretty like adventure packed. Like, you know, each one was kind of like, okay, they're out on this mission or whatever, this big thing going on. And then that one, they were just kind of chilling in their house.
Oh man, I remember. I think that one, there was a shitload of drama around that one because it was like they had just broke up right after that, and people were wondering if that was like the last thing or what's gonna happen next.
Jamie Hewlett and Damon Albarn?
Yeah, because everything was up in the air. right after that video.
Well, the thing is, didn't one of them say, like, this just happens after every album? They just kind of go their separate ways after, and then come back a few years later? And, I mean, that's exactly what happened. So.
I thought it was like they got in a big fight, and it was like, the drama was they broke up.
I don't know. I think, like, that's the way it was perceived, but I don't think, like, it was as bad. I mean, I don't know. I don't know them. I don't know these guys or anything. It's not like I can just go out and ask them. That'd be silly. That'd be ridiculous. But I think I would assume it wasn't as bad as people were sensualizing it to be. Sensationalizing, not sensualizing. Sensational. They're making it seem really sensual. No. Like, if I were to guess, it wasn't as bad, but I could be entirely wrong. It could have been, like, a really bad fight, but my understanding was this is just the way it always goes. They, they do an album, and then they go their separate ways, do their own thing, and then they come back for an album a few years down the line. So, yeah, that's Saturn's Barz. Kyle, you go next. Do your video.
I want to do Dr. Dick, because that's my favorite.
Are you saying you're hungry for dick?
Oh, I'm starving for dick.
Oh my god.
Dr. Dick, that is.
Oh my god.
Pretty funny stuff.
So, yeah. I think I did see this around, on 4chan once, and I was like, wow, I love this style.
Yeah, this one's a classic one from way long ago. From the long ago.
Right.
And what's weird is, all their videos are in this style. They have a shitload of videos.
Yeah. I like their music and their videos. The style in all their videos is cool.
The band's called E-Rotic.
It has this, like...
Yeah.
It has this weird, like, indie comic vibe to it.
Yeah, it just feels like something you would see on MTV around that time.
Yeah.
That's why I really dig
it.
And it's got like that, like, early 2000s, like, Europop music.
Yeah, and it's weird too because I've seen them do the song live, and they're talking completely different language. Then they're like, "Oh yeah, you want to hear this song?" And then they just switch to English. It's just fucking wild to me. But
that's crazy.
But I know the lead singer's like this huge black guy, and it makes me laugh. 'Cause I don't know, what's up?
I never would have guessed.
Yeah, you hear this, you wouldn't guess that, but I don't know.
Well, not only that, but like when you see the video, like I'm so used to like certain animated music videos having like animated representations of the actual band members, so I kind of assumed the main guy would kind of look like Dr. Dick. I assumed they had a real hopping medical bag in their band.
I mean, kind of. It has to be real, at least.
Yeah.
But, I don't know. I dig it. Even all their album covers are drawn in the same style, too, which is pretty
I'll need to look up more by him, because, like, all of the songs I've heard from him I like, all the videos I've seen from him I like.
This is
they just have that really fast Euro pop sound.
This is the only song I've heard from him. I'm kind of afraid to listen to anything else.
They have another song that's like almost exactly like it, which is why I like it, because it sounds so close.
It's called
Fred Come to Bed, and it's like the music video is the same style, the song is like exactly the same.
I think all their singles are like rhymes like that.
Really?
Yeah, like I have to look it up, but all of them kind of have a stupid rhyme to it.
I'm definitely interested in seeing and hearing more from him.
Let's see. Fred come to bed. Willie use a Billy. Fritz love my tits. It's just shit like that.
I feel like that's a good band gimmick, just having songs that all rhyme.
Well, Dustin, you'll be happy to hear that they came back in 2014 and are still making stuff.
Oh, really? They're still active?
Yeah, I guess according to Wikipedia, they were originally together from 94 to 2003, and they broke up or stopped making stuff, and then they came back in 2014.
That's pretty
And
cool.
I think it says they put out a new album recently. So the last time they put out a new video was in 2016.
Oh shit.
So there you go.
I'll have to look that up. That's pretty dandy.
Yeah.
But yeah, I love the video for this. It's I've seen a lot of people describe the art style as shitty, and it's kind of shittily animated, but I would like to see a
It
cartoon.
gives it character.
Yeah.
I started noticing it when we watched it this last time, that it's very repetitive with its animation, where it just kind of keeps reskinning the same scene.
I love that, though.
Every time he's running across the screen, he busted the wall to save the girl from this monster. It's the same animation, just reskinned.
Well, no, because he's like, on one part he's jumping on fish to get to a place, and one part he's jumping on asteroids to get to a place.
Right. But the animation of it all is exactly the same.
Yeah, it's just, I don't know, it's charming.
I mean, I thought it was
love
funny.
it.
It hadn't hit me till this last time we watched it.
I would love to see a Dr. Dick cartoon.
That'd be funny.
It seems...
I'd be down for that.
I don't know what channel could air it, but, you know.
Yeah.
And then it ends with...
Netflix. Make it a Netflix
There you go.
exclusive.
I'm down for that. It ends with Bluto, and I thought that was pretty funny.
Yeah.
Bluto got titties.
Classic Bluto.
Anyways, go on, JD. It's your fucking turn.
Okay,
How about you
let's
talk
see.
for a while?
Let's see. What do I want to talk about this time?
JD, how about you suggest an animated music video to converse about? Why don't you?
I will. Let's talk about Lindsey Sterling's "We Are Giants."
Okay.
Ugh, really?
I don't know much about Lindsey Sterling other than the fact I think she was like a YouTube person who was just like famous for being a good violin player, and then she kind of just blew up and started being like a mainstream artist.
She blew up in a big
Fiery.
explosion of flames.
Yeah, but this one popped up on Kyle's 4chan thread again, and I really liked it because it's in that kind of low poly, cell shady style that I really like. It's about these two kaijus wrecking up a city, and this girl's like, "Hey, you stop that." Because she wants a
Cut it
tomato.
out, why don't you?
Then
She wants a tomato.
She summons Violin Zord
Yeah.
to save the day.
I will say the one thing I get it was supposed to be to make the character stand out, but I liked how all the background characters had like this simpler design with like these little just like these little black dot eyes, but the main characters are a little more fleshed out, a little more designed than that.
They're a little more anime based.
Yeah, that's probably a good word for it.
Just like Symbionic Titan.
But I would have liked it if they would have kept the main characters consistent with the rest of the characters in that world. Just because I like that design better. But I don't know. I like this kind of like low poly style. It's I'm thinking that's going to be the next video game nostalgia comeback, because we've gotten through all the 8-bit, 16-bit.
We're just getting started.
This nostalgia remix. So I'm waiting for like the shitty N64 PlayStation 1 graphic style to come back.
I mean, they kind of are. I remember seeing a Kickstarter for a game that looked like just 100% the original Spyro the Dragon.
We're just putting out Spyro the Dragon again.
I mean, I love those Spyro remakes, not so much the originals.
Reignite Trilogy
that's
is really
getting
good.
That's getting a little off topic.
Right, but yeah, I'm not sure how I feel about the actual song for this, because again, I'm not like a fan of Lindsey Sterling at all. I
only have one song of hers on my iPod.
Yeah,
I couldn't tell you what it was.
I didn't really care for the song that much. I didn't hate it. but it's just not really my thing.
Right. Yeah. It was one of those things where I'm not really paying attention. I'm paying attention more to the visuals than I am to the music that's accompanying it, and I like
the visuals are pretty cool.
Yeah. The two kaijus that are fighting are interestingly designed. I mean, one is obviously supposed to be like Gamera or something.
It was like Cake Gamera.
Right. But I liked at the end of the video she gets the kaiju's attention, like, hey, look at all the you broke all this stuff, now you got to put it back together, and the kaiju's like, okay.
This is definitely not a style that you see done very often, like especially for music videos like this. It definitely has a unique feel to it.
There's there's an artist that I used to watch videos from, and I cannot for the life of me remember his name, but he had kind of like this kind of similar art style, just kind of that low poly, cell shaded kind of art. But you're right, you don't see it too often pop up these days.
It's pretty cool though. It's nice and simple. It has a nice look to it. What am I trying to say about it?
I don't know.
I'm kind of stumbling over my words, but it's nice and stylized. It's not too it's nice and simple. It's easy to read.
Yeah.
Not overly detailed, and I like that it reads really well.
Yeah, there's some music videos I think we either are going to talk about or have talked about in the past that are like really overly designed, just to get really surreal and stuff. But this one pretty much keeps it simple. It's nothing too crazy. It's delightful and I like it. Like I want to see more stuff in this kind of style, because that's an aesthetic that is appealing to me.
One thing I like I lean more towards 2D animation over 3D animation usually, but stuff like this kind of feels like I know it's CGI, but it kind of feels more like a nice blend between the two,
right,
where it's not like super shaded. It looks kind of flat, like it's CGI, but the colors make it look
it's that cell shading that like it has all the shading is like very hard cut. It doesn't like blend into one another. So it
I
makes
definitely
the shading
prefer
look
that
pretty flat, but like in a good way.
Yeah. I'd be down for more videos like this. Like I said, it's unique. I feel like you could do a lot with it.
Yeah, it's a nice style. I dig it.
It was cute.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
It cute. All right, Dustin.
I guess you could say that.
What's your next one?
Oh,
Dustin?
it's my turn?
Yes.
It's my turn?
Yes, sir.
Well. Let me start this off by asking a question. Do we have any birthdays here today? Any of you have a birthday today?
Mine was like 2 months ago.
Okay, well, anyone out in the audience, if it's your birthday today, how about we party like it's your birthday with the Studio Killers, huh?
Dustin loves him some Studio Killers.
I do. I'm a sucker for their music. I don't think they've had a single song that I dislike. This is another one where I was kind of picking between two. You had Jenny on the list, and I was this close with going over it with that one over this one. Because to be perfectly honest, I really prefer how that one looks over this one.
Yeah,
Jenny
I don't
gets
really.
weird.
I made this list off of the stuff I pulled from Kyle's 4chan thread a couple weeks ago, so I'm not really sure what Jenny was like. But yeah, this one is like, it's like a Facebook story feed with little bits of animation thrown in there.
It's weird. There's like parts of it where I like the style, but parts of it where I think it's really ugly. I think the main characters all look good, like Cherry and the two animal characters. I think they look good in the style, but like every single one of the like other characters, the side characters, all look really weird and ugly, and I don't like them.
Yeah,
It felt like a Cornel and Bernie type style. all those characters.
Kinda. I could. There's an obscure reference for you.
Watch my chops.
The only thing I really don't like about it was all the other characters' eyes were so small and far apart from each other.
Yeah, I could see that.
If they just changed the eyes, I would be totally down for it. But the eyes just, like, totally throw me off. But I think the main characters all look good. So Cherry is the main character of all these Studio Killers videos, and she kind of has a new look in every video. Like, you know, it's still overall the same character, but like different hair, different outfit, and everything. And
you talked about a different video last time we did an episode like this, and I noticed. Well, yeah, the last one was like was CG, so and this one's all 2D. So yeah, there's obviously but she definitely has a different outfit, a different kind of style.
And it's not just the music videos. Like any piece of like artwork they do. Like, they do a ton of pictures of her in, like, different outfits and hairstyles, and, like, no picture of her is, like, the same outfit. So that's pretty cool. I really like how she looks in this one. I think the outfit and especially the hairdo is really cool. Not trying to make this weird or anything. But, the style is kind of 50-50 for me, but I really love the song itself. It's just a nice... uplifting, poppy little song. I'm not normally one... Well, I was just about to say I'm not normally one for pop music, but I just said earlier that I like every single one of Studio Killer songs.
How many albums?
I guess they just do it differently. They've only done the one, but... So they did the first album, and then, like, it was a few years between when they started releasing new stuff. They just released this one and another one last year. I mean, new videos, not new whole albums. They just released, like, 2 singles. I wonder if they're going to release a whole album or if they're just doing singles now. Because I think one of the reasons it took so long between music videos is that they're a pretty low-budget band. I think they're, like, entirely self-funded. I could be wrong about that. So I don't know if they have, like, the funds to even do a whole album. Like, I'm probably just talking out of my ass on this whole thing. I don't know.
I mean, obviously I have no idea, but if they were going to, like, stop going from, like, full albums to singles, I could see that happening. Because I know Weird Al was talking about this a couple years ago where, like, just the landscape of how music's distributed now, where you can just do everything digital now. You don't even have to wait until you have a whole album.
Right, there's no need to songs as you make them.
There's no need to make full albums anymore. You can just put out a song when it strikes you and just put it out that way now. So if they were going to forego making full albums anymore and just go for singles, I mean that's not a new idea that a lot of people were thinking about.
Yeah, I mean, I'd be down with that. I'd be fine with that. I think I think when thinking about it, I'm kind of against it just because I like that instant gratification of having like 10 to 15 songs all at once that I can listen to.
It's like having a full season of Netflix or whatever.
Yeah, but at the same time, they could totally just like put out the same amount of songs just like one at a time. Like, what's stopping them from just doing that? Instead of just waiting for them all to be done.
That's true.
You'd just be waiting longer for them.
Yeah.
So I could go either way. I'm fine with it. Yeah, like I said, the video itself isn't super... It's not bad, but I mainly picked it just because I like the song itself so much, and I like the characters so much.
I think if they had done more animation with the characters, I would have liked this better, but I think it puts too much on like the Facebook story feed.
Yeah, that's a little dumb, relying on like emoji stuff.
I'm not against them using it, but I think it was just overused. Whereas like the actual images and animation of the characters, they could have used more of it.
Yeah, part of me kind of thinks I should have gone with Jenny now, just because like I do prefer the style for that one, and I don't know which song I like better. Because Jenny is probably one of their best songs on the first album, too. I don't know why I picked this one. I guess because the style is so middling for me, I felt like I had a little more to say about it, rather than just, it's good.
Well, we can always save it for another episode.
Let's save it for another episode, why don't we?
There you go.
But, yeah, I hope they put out more in the future. It's funny you mentioned the limited animation, since the next music video they did was all about limited animation. It was just Cherry driving her car with different people in the background, so the only animation in it was the people in the back seat changing.
Mm-hmm. Interesting.
So, what do you guys have to say about this one? I've rambled on.
I mean, I thought it was nice. I like the actual character design that they used, but like I said, I could have used more of the actual animation over the Facebook emoji stuff.
Kyle, how do you feel about it? Because honestly, when I think about it, it doesn't strike me as something you would enjoy both in song or art style.
Me?
Yeah.
I like the art style. Like,
Oh,
what the hell are you
I don't know why.
talking about?
I don't know. Just watching it, it strikes like I was just thinking, oh, I don't know if this would be necessarily Kyle's thing.
No, like I said earlier, how it reminds me of like Cornel and Bernie. It's a very French style, and I think
It's very unique.
yeah, it just reminds me a lot of French cartoons. So I like immediately really like it for some reason.
Yeah.
I didn't have
Like I said, the only thing that really bothers me are the eyes on a lot of them. Like Cherry looks fine, but all the other characters have like such tiny, far apart eyes that it's a little off-putting.
Yeah. I don't know. Personally, I don't really like the whole Facebook thing and stuff, but I can appreciate it that they made it look like it. Because it really does look like those shitty little animations.
Yeah. Like, it's not the route I would have gone down, but they at least did it well.
Yeah.
Right.
And it wasn't like an obnoxious what is it?
It wasn't like the Emoji Movie.
Well, no, it wasn't like an obnoxious message or anything like the last two that we watched.
Oh, God, yeah. Like, it wasn't trying to make a message about it. It was just, like, the thing.
Yeah, it was just face value, in a sense.
Yeah.
So I dug it.
Cool. Yeah, I don't know why it just struck me as something that wouldn't be totally up your alley, but I'm glad to hear
I like him.
It's like you don't know him at all.
He can get me sometimes. But I would say the first video that they did is probably my least favorite. The
Ode to the Bouncer one?
Yeah, I don't really care too much for
I like
it.
that one, but I like it, but at the same time, it's a little basic now.
Yeah.
Like, I guess just the other videos have a little more going on in them.
Yeah.
I don't really like how she looks in that CG, but that would have been like super
Oh,
early
really?
for them. Yeah.
I like it. I can never tell if I prefer 3D or 2D. I don't know. I guess I just like the character so much I'm down with either.
There you go.
So that's all I got to say about Happy Happy Birthday song.
Kyle, you pick one now.
Kyle, pick a song from your list.
I'm gonna go down the list and pick the War Photographer.
War Photographer.
This one was weird. It was just something someone posted, and I had never seen it before. And it was something where because they usually say if you watch something, or if you listen to music, and you hear the first 3 seconds, you can tell whether you're gonna like it or not.
I fully agree with that.
And this one, it took me a bit more than 3 seconds to be like, alright, this is kind of cool.
It takes a while to pick up.
Yeah. The art style is really weird. It reminds me of the old, the really, really old, shitty, like the Looney Tunes cartoons with the, if you guys remember, with the tiger and, it was like Cool Cat.
Cat.
Yeah. It was Cool Cat.
And there's like the Magic Mouse,
Yes, that's kind of what the animation style reminded me of for some reason.
the really, really dark era of Looney Tunes.
Yeah, it was either that or like Ed Imberly drawings.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of what the art style reminded me of, but video is
Have you
pretty
guys
neat.
ever played that game, The Cave?
No.
No.
Its cutscenes are kind of similar, like not 100%. I'll share them after we're done. I mean, not cutscenes, but like artwork. They're like story scenes. But anyway, it kind of looks like that. It's really, I don't even know how to describe it. It's like, how do you guys describe this art style? Well, I know Kyle described it.
It looks like paper cut almost, like a. I don't know. To me, it looks like it's a paper cut thing, but it's completely animated, like a Flash or something.
Yeah. I think that's probably the best way of putting it.
It's funny, since we have another video on the list that's kind of similar looking. I wonder if the same guy did designs for both of them.
But I really dug this because I don't know, it was Vikings fighting Vikings, and then a lot of the design was cool, like the Kiss Viking dude.
The Kiss Viking.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then he had a centipede shooting beams that look like centipedes. I dug that. I dug the
Centipede laser.
The marching band rainbow bullshit. It's pretty great.
Yeah, the designs are pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean, I'll give the creativity for how the fight between the two Vikings goes is really fun.
It's very odd and charming.
And like you said, it takes a while to pick up, but I think when it picks up, you get kind of into it.
Because it's something I wouldn't put on my iPod, but I would watch the video again.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, I feel you. It kind of strikes me, like you were saying, it kind of feels Flash animated. It kind of it reminds me of like those early 2000s era of music videos where they were like really simple, kind of choppy, but have that sort of charm to them.
Do you guys know who Ed Imberly is?
Not a clue.
No, who is it?
Oh shit. Ed Imberly is this artist, kind of where I learned how to draw from. I'll post a picture real quick, but
Okay.
that's what the art style reminded me of. It's very simplistic, it's very scratchy, and I don't know, it's pretty neat.
Oh yeah, I can see that.
Oh, that guy, yeah.
Sorry for everyone listening to this, can't see what we're looking at, but
Wow, that's so awesome. That's so, if you guys could only see this.
Just look up Ed Imberly. But
there you go.
I don't know, his style is very shape based. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. It's it's very simplistic, and it's all based on like shapes, circles, squares.
Very geometric.
Yeah, there you go.
It's like you said, it feels kind of construction papery.
Yeah. But that's all I
gotcha.
gotta say about it. Music wise, it's not too great, but visually it's really.
I feel like it's like we said. I feel like it starts out slow, but by the end, I'm kind of digging this.
dig it.
Right. There you go.
Anyway,
Which I think it suits the video, since the video is kind of the same way. It starts out kind of it gets more and more ridiculous as it goes.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's all I gotta say. You go, JD. It's your turn.
All right.
JD.
Let's talk about Monkey Rag.
Before we do that, little known fact, everybody in the audience, JD's initials stand for Just Dance, the Ubisoft game.
What?
JD's full name is Just Dance 2019.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
That's where he got it
Now-
from.
Yeah.
All right. So
Now, what's this monkey thing?
So, Monkey Rag, I think, is is way more known for the animator that did it rather than the actual band. Because I've never heard of Asylum Street Spankers before.
Yeah, I think that's
That's a good
100%.
name though. That's like a good sports. That's like a good sports team name.
But this was animated by this woman named Joanna Devatovich. She's a really popular internet animator. She's I looked at her IMDb. She's worked on a few different things. Like she worked on Ugly Americans, and I think she's working on the DC superhero girl show that just came out.
Nice.
But I mean, I think I follow her on Twitter, or not Twitter, on Tumblr. I might be following her on Twitter. I don't know. But she always posts like these really well done, just really, really well put together animations. Like even they're just short stuff. Like I know she was posting like funny little quick animations during her pregnancy last year. These short little pencil animations, and they're all just very well. They flow really well. Just really well animated, and I think this is one of the videos she shows on her portfolio reel, and I think it's really shows off her animation style because she pretty much animated this entire video herself. I think she had like help like coloring it in and stuff, but majority of it was done by her, and I think it's just very impressive how fluid it is for one person.
It's very
it's
fun.
silly.
It's just a silly little music video.
It is. It's a silly little ragtime song, and it's goofy.
It's nice.
I like the designs a lot. Not
Yeah.
too much into the tree.
Yeah,
Whatever
that's
the fuck that
weird
thing
to
is.
me.
It's like an axolotl tree. I don't know.
Kinda.
Yeah, it's not very clear what it is.
It's a
And
monster
that
man.
kind of it looks fine, but that does kind of put me in a weird spot where I'm like, what is it?
What is it?
And then I look like the asshole.
I wouldn't say that.
But it's
He's animated well though. All the characters are very expressive and they move very well.
It's not very often where I can say something's very charming, but it is extremely charming.
It is very charming.
I really like the backgrounds for it. It has some really nice colors.
Yeah.
Yeah, it like almost strikes me as like something Warner Brothers would put out. I don't know.
I could see that.
It does have a Cats Don't Dance vibe to it.
Yeah, kind of.
I really like. There's this scene like 2/3 into it where they're in the middle of the jungle and there's these really cool purples and teals. It's like all my favorite colors all mixed together, and it's a really cool scene.
Yeah.
I might need to look at this for color inspirations.
Yeah, just everything about this video is just really well put together, especially for such a small team of people.
Yeah,
I think that's what I think
I-
that's just kind of what impresses me more. It's just like something of this quality is done by, like, I think maybe 3 people at the most.
Yeah, credit where it's due.
Credit where credit's
because
due.
if it's just that like handful of people who made it, then it's like super well done. Because like you'd never be able to tell. It moves so smoothly and it looks so nice.
Yeah.
I was surprised with the credits because it was like 3 people.
Yeah,
So
directed
and animated.
Joanna did all the animation herself, and then I think she had like 2 people like help her with the cleanup, and that's about it.
It's very cool.
Yeah, I dig it.
Let's see. I thought I had something else to say about it. I'm trying to think what it was. I remember seeing like progress updates on it when it was being made, like posting pencil tests and stuff. And it just felt like so long since like between then and when the actual finished video was posted.
Right.
When did this come out?
It came out in 2014.
Oh shit.
And I think like for a long time they were posting like in progress works on it and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess if so few people worked on it, then that makes perfect sense that it took so long.
Right.
Good on them. I'm proud of them.
Yeah. What do you want to talk about now, Dustin?
Oh, it's my turn, is it?
Yes, sir.
Well, boys, I think I might be coming down with a little something.
Oh, gosh.
Got myself a little cough. Think I might need to go see a doctor.
Dr. Dick?
No, a different doctor. I don't see Dr. Dick anymore.
Oh, not after that lawsuit.
Let's just say there's a reason they call him that.
He's a real
Anyway,
asshole.
Not that Dr. Worm is much better.
But he's not a real doctor, but he's a real worm.
That's true. Do not go to someone who's not a real doctor. So, They Might Be Giants' song Dr. Worm is probably my favorite song by They Might Be Giants.
And they've got a lot of good songs.
They do. If it's not my favorite, it's at least top 5. So this music video aired on Kablam. Anybody remember that one?
I do, and it makes a lot more sense because when we were watching this, I was like, this style looks so familiar. Why can't I pin it down? And as soon as you said it was on Kablam, I was like, oh, okay, I get it now.
Yeah, it was in the last season. So in the last season of Kablam, they were they lost Sniz and Fondue since the studio, I think the studio was moving on to other stuff, or the studio went under or something, so they couldn't do any more Sniz and Fondue cartoons for the last season. So they were just kind of throwing shit at the wall, seeing what stuck. So they did a few music videos, and this was one of them. It was designed by underground cartoonist Kaz, who's done a lot of work. I think he was a storyboarder on SpongeBob for a while. Do you guys remember that Cartoon Network short with Droopy and the coffee and the wolf?
Yeah.
That was done by him too. He did a lot of
awesome.
comics for Nick Magazine.
Okay, that's
he did
that's
this
what
one.
it was. It has that Nick Magazine art style.
Yeah. There's not a whole lot to say about the video itself, but I just wanted to throw out some love for it. It's a good song. Neat visuals.
He wants to start a band.
He does. He's not a real doctor. I don't know why they call him that, especially since he likes to play the drums.
He's a doctor of
It's
music.
It's a good stage name.
Yeah.
It's like when I saw the possum. That's a possum, right?
It's a vole. He's Rabbi Vole.
There you go. Yeah, that's what
and he plays the solo.
That's what it reminded me of. The cartoon shorts. Because I don't.
Come on, give it a little credit, Kyle.
Oh. Well, it reminded me of Yucky Duck cartoons and stuff.
The Shizagi, yeah.
Well, no,
Shizagi on this show.
Whatever that cartoonist does. I think it was
Pat Ventura, the guy who did Yucky Duck and Podunk Possum.
Let me see. I think yeah, that's
Pat Ventura.
That's what the style reminded me of. I remember now. That's my pup. It was the Bears.
Yeah.
This guy, yeah. I dig it. That was a pretty fun. It's a live action mixed with animation. Kind of weird.
Yeah, like I said, there's not a whole lot to say about it. It's just kind of the Dr. Worm and some live action people.
So how did you guys hear about They Might Be Giants first?
Gee Willikers. I have a feeling we're all going to say the exact same thing.
What?
Tiny Toons?
Yeah. I actually didn't.
Huh.
Because I don't remember too much about watching Tiny Toons as a kid. I know I did, but I don't remember too much about it.
What a fucking loser.
I know. Honestly, the first time I think I heard them, I think I might have heard their music before, but not knew who they were. But the first time I knew that it was a They Might Be Giants song was that Cartoon Network short music video they did for Courage.
That's a good.
That's
one,
a great
too.
one.
That was pretty good.
Yeah. They also did the theme for Malcolm in the Middle.
They sure did.
Ooh, and you know what else is a great music video? I think
What?
It's the one where that crazy guy's gonna hit me or something.
Oh yeah, I forgot. That's a good one. Maybe I should have put that one. I feel like that music video might have had a little more to talk about. But Dr. Worm is probably my favorite song by him, so I went with that one.
It was pretty cool. I liked it.
There's no good upload of it on YouTube though. Like every single upload of it is like really quiet and fuzzy.
VHS quality.
Yeah, pretty much. But I think that's partly because Kablam's never had an official release since, rights to the shorts and stuff are all over the place.
Come on, Nickelodeon, get your shit together.
Oh, fuck.
They did put... What?
That one Bastard Wants to Hit Me I was talking about. That was from Laika.
Yeah, it sure was.
I did not know that. That's incredible.
It was 2D animation from Laika.
Yeah. That's wild.
They should really... I would love to see a 2D animated movie by them.
I would be down for that.
That'd be cool.
How crazy would that be? Like, I know they're doing stop motion and that's their bread and butter right now, and that's great, but I'd like to see them do 2D.
That'd be cool.
That's really all I have to say about Dr. Worm. Like I said, not a whole lot to it. The live version is better.
I liked it. It was cute.
Yeah, it's nice.
It taught me to love again.
It's probably the best music video ever made, honestly.
Probably, yeah. Kyle, what's your next one?
Kyle.
I'm going down the list. So, remember that 4chan thread that I made that we keep bringing up?
You mean the one that we brought up like 5 or 6 times?
Yeah, that lasted for 5 days. I don't know about
No, I
you.
don't.
So
I
proud
don't
of you.
remember.
I don't know about you guys, but have you had a thread that lasted that long? I think Dustin probably beat me.
I've never been on 4chan before, so no.
Okay, sure, JD.
I don't.
No need to look. No need to defend yourself in front of the audience.
Anyways, the reason why I made that thread was because I was trying to find this music video, because I remembered it, but I don't remember a damn thing about it. So, it was my little way of trying to find that. But this one that I want to talk about is Graveyard Train. The sermon.
This is a great one.
I dig it. It's not traditionally animated. It's a lot of people in costumes and puppets. But
Which that's
Yeah,
animation
it's not
in a sense.
it's technically
It's
animation.
puppetry.
yeah. But all I remembered was it was monsters playing cards. They were they were drinking beer. That's all I fucking remember. And someone brought it up. So good on them that they knew. But
It has the banjo in it.
yeah. I love the song. It's very somber. It's very kind of really sad. It's nihilistic.
It's Rick and Morty.
Yeah. Only the highest of IQs will get this.
Morty, no one has a soul, Morty.
But
I get it.
I dig it. The costume design's really neat. I love the art style. It makes me crave more. I want to see more in this style.
Yeah.
More. I want more.
Yeah, it's got like those like kind of like Day of the Dead looking kind of skull masks or whatever, but they're like giant puppet heads.
Yeah, and what's really weird about it too is it's very cartoony because they have like big cartoony pistols and shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
And I really dig it.
I agree. It's very neat. Especially since you don't see shit like this very often.
Yeah. And I don't know. It's just a really neat video. I would recommend it to anybody.
Yeah. Honestly, from all the videos that popped up on that thread that you had, I think I like this one the most just because it was just so different from the other ones. It's not like traditional animation. It's just people operating puppets, but it's still really cool.
It reminds me of one of my favorite kind of YouTube content is a Cool Guy.
Cool
If you
guy.
could- yeah, if you guys
Cool
remember
Guy.
Cool Guy. Cool Guy is a guy with like puppets and different stuff like that. But the second one was Mr. Funk. Yeah. Second one was Mr. Funk, and he gets brutally murdered by Cool Guy. And,
Just like everyone in this video.
yeah, but that's the cool thing about it is that in Cool Guy 2, Enter the Funk, Mr. Funk dies and he gets shot in the head, but the way they do the blood is they use a lot of streamers and stuff for like a blood effect. And they do the same thing in this video. I think it's so fucking cool. It's just a really neat visual thing.
Which one's your favorite mask guy?
I like the green one.
Me too. Just the main guy. It just looks cool.
I like him, and I like the banjo one with the really long cow face.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
But like my favorite visual in this video is this monster gets shot in the back of his head, and his mouth fills up with streamers. And
Yeah.
it's such a cool, like, I don't know, it's such a neat visual to me. And then he drinks,
It's awesome.
And then he drinks poison and he dies.
Oh no.
Whoops. It happens. We've all been there.
Spoiler alert, everybody. Everybody.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Everybody dies except the priest.
The priest.
Yeah. The priest kind
I
of.
like the drummer guy too with the wide head.
Oh yeah. It's a good one. I love it.
It's a good
5 stars.
Yeah, and I'm kind of struggling to think of what else to say about it other than it's really cool.
More,
dig
please.
I dig the song. It's on my iPod. I'll have to look up if they have any other good songs.
Or any other good music videos.
I don't think so.
Oh, that's too bad.
I
Well,
recently,
They just used up all their creativity for this one.
yeah. So I was reading YouTube comments and they were like, "This is the first time they've shown each other, so this is like the canon version of the band." I was like, "That's
Oh,
pretty
It's
funny."
funny. They're all just big puppet men.
Yeah,
I mean, we have no way of proving they're not.
It's true.
it's true. I think the band broke up though,
Oh, that's sad.
Oh, that's too bad.
or at least
Well, yeah, they all died. They all died in this video.
yeah.
What do they use for the beer suds?
It looked,
I'm watching it now and it's hard to really tell.
it looked like a gold foil, kind of crumpled together.
Okay, I could see that. Yeah, I have this song on my iPod too. I listen to it a lot when I go for walks. I like that banjo.
It's JD's.
Have I ever told you guys I want to learn how to play the banjo?
No, but
No.
you totally should.
I was thinking
Maybe I will.
I was thinking about buying one on OfferUp. Sometimes you can find them for real cheap, like $80. Other times they're like
That's not too bad.
$600.
I'll go with the $80 one.
Yeah,
Yeah. You get yourself that banjo.
it's weird.
Maybe I
because
will.
I don't know if you've ever seen people play them, but they have like a pick on their thumb. It's like a metal claw. I think that's cool as shit.
That's pretty sweet.
I do want metal claws.
It's a dream of mine, really.
Nothing says you can't wear it when you're not playing the banjo.
All right, JD, go on. Go on.
let's-
Get out of here.
Oh.
Go on, JD.
Oh. Let's talk about Cartoons and Vodka by Jinkx Monsoon.
Let's talk about it.
It's cool. The song itself is, it's all right. It's I don't know. It's another one of those kind of like old timey jazz numbers, kind of like Monkey Rag was a little bit. But I think the big draw for everybody for this music video is that like it just cycles through so many different animation styles based on like other cartoons. So like there's Adventure Time and Doug and Sailor Moon and Dragon Ball and Fairly Odd Parents and Steven Universe and just all these different kind of animation styles. And for the most part, a lot of them are pretty accurate, recreating the animation. The little section they did for Rick and Morty almost looks like it's straight out of the show.
It looks straight up just like it.
Yeah. So
some of them are a little wonky. Like, I think the Fairly Odd Parents section was a little weird looking, not quite perfect. But I think the Rick and Morty one especially looked just like the show.
Right.
The Beavis and Butthead part just reminded me of Flapjack. I could tell that it was Beavis and Butthead, but the style just looked like Flapjack to me.
A little bit. The one style that did bother me in this is when they got to the Powerpuff Girls and they didn't try to emulate the Powerpuff Girls animation style.
It was the dance off style.
I guess, but I would rather them recreate the style of the original show rather than if that's what they were going for.
Yeah.
And even that I don't know, because the Dance Pants special, everyone was a little more angular and stuff, but this one, everyone was still rounded off. The show is just it went for a more fluid, lineless style rather than the hard edges and thick outlines that the original show did.
You could still get what they were going for, but yeah, they didn't really
right. Because in every time the style changes, the singer changes styles with it. Obviously when they go to the Powerpuff Girls style, she turns into a Powerpuff Girl, so you get the reference they're making. But I think out of all of them, that was the one that didn't really capture the original style that it was referencing. But the rest of them I think are pretty close. I liked a lot of the ones where they're the old black and white cartoons. There's one that's just Rubber Hose, or one that's Betty Boop. There's another one, but I don't remember.
The Dragon Ball Z one was pretty impressive.
Yeah.
I think it was the Sailor Moon one that looked awful. It did not look like it at all.
I didn't think it looked bad, but it just kind of looked not impressive, I guess.
They were using
I don't know. Kind of, yeah. It didn't really strike me as super looking like Sailor Moon, but what? I think the Rick and Morty one looked the best.
For sure, yeah.
Well, I mean, it didn't look the best, but it's the one that looked the most like the source material.
Right.
I like when they reference Cartoon I Know. I clapped when I saw it.
I know that thing. I get that reference.
I get it. Cartoon I watch. Yes.
I'm going to drink big boy drinks and watch cartoons.
That's what I do. It's my everyday life.
Normally I don't like pandering references, but I guess when that's all it's based on, it just from the beginning it just comes out and says, look, this is the theme of this video. Mm-hmm. I guess I forgive it when it just comes straight out and says that's what they're going for.
I would put it in the same vein as that Goldfish video that we talked about last time, where it's just literally references left and right. Like you were saying, if it's up front about this is what it's going to be, it doesn't bother me.
Sometimes references are okay.
It is, as long as you're honest about it.
Yeah.
But this one was cool. I wonder if they got a bunch of different animators to do each section. I like when I like this trend going around where it's you get a bunch of animators to animate one thing, but the style changes every scene. These reanimated projects that they've been doing.
Watching it again, I actually think the Beavis and Butthead scene is really well animated.
Yeah.
I know you were saying it looks more like Flapjack. I think that's more because of the colors. But also Beavis and Butthead didn't move nearly as much.
Yeah.
It's very well done. This is a cool one.
I like it. Dustin, your turn.
Are we on 4 or 5?
4.
4. Okay, what was the other one? Let me take a look at my list again real fast. Sorry, everybody. Give me a second. Get off my fucking back, you stupid vultures.
But it's so comfy there.
Well, I guess I'll let it slide in that case. How about we do Float, My Electric Stargirl
Let's do it.
by the Atomic Swindlers.
Yeah.
I think that's what they're called. Is that what I put down on the list? Atomic Swindlers?
That's what you put down.
Okay, because the video doesn't have, like, the artist mentioned. This is probably, like, a long time ago I started putting together, like, an animated music videos list, and I think this is one of, like very first ones I put on it. You know, like, other than, like, Gorillaz and the usual stuff.
Right.
This, I really like the song. It's just, like, how do you would you describe this as lo-fi too?
Maybe a little bit.
I don't know. Either way, I really like it. It's just this like really chill, cool sound to it. And the style reminds me of that one we were talking about earlier, the War Photographer. I wonder if the same guy did designs for both of them.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, I can kind of see the similarities where it's like a lot of it is a little bit geometric. It's really kind of simple.
They like look just similar enough, but just different enough that it could go either way.
Right.
I like the designs in it. It's very stylized. I feel like this is another one I don't really have a whole lot to say, but it's just one that when I think animated music videos, it's one of the first ones that comes to mind, just because like it has this really cool atmosphere. It's really chill to listen to. I guess that's just the word I'd use to describe it. As cool.
Yeah, it's definitely visually interesting.
Yeah, it has the old Cartoon Network style, kind of Samurai Jack-ish. And...
Yeah. Especially when they're approaching that city. That city looks very like Samurai Jack-ish.
Yeah, that's a good way to describe it. I like their like manta ray spaceship flying around.
Yeah.
I kind of like when videos, because like there's a lot of music videos that like try to have a message to them, like some kind of point. I kind of like when it's just like this adventure going on, like this.
Yeah.
Like it's just this story that you're watching rather than like trying to preach a message.
Yeah, definitely.
It's not like they're Moby or anything.
Oh my god.
Oh. Well, let's save those ones. Those ones aren't on the list, but maybe we should talk about those afterwards.
Maybe.
Yeah, I feel kind of bad because I put a few music videos on this that I wanted to talk about, but don't necessarily have a lot to say about them other than they look cool.
They's cool. I like them.
It's good to give these attention.
Yeah.
It kind of reminds me of like I know they're different styles, but do you guys know that artist Shag? He does a lot of tiki artwork. It kind of reminds me of that, like obviously different, but enough that it kind of has similar vibes, where it's very
it's the line
like you said, geometric, and very stylized and just cool looking and chill.
It has a
I'm really repeating myself.
Yeah, it has a vintage quality.
That's a
to
good.
It.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it.
Futuristic vintage.
Yeah, definitely.
I like the little robot owl.
He has a lighter in his head.
Oh, and I love the main character's design. The main lady, I love her hair. It's so big and poofy and white.
I dug it. I honestly can't really remember the song. I
feel you.
I was trying to re-listen to it right now, but it for some reason it's not playing in the headphones.
Oh, weird.
So I have to give it a listen another time.
Yeah, like I feel like I have memories of a long time ago, like listening to this specific song on repeat while I'm like drawing. I feel like it's a good one to really. I don't want to say tune out. That's a bad way to put it. That sounds mean, but
no, I get what you mean. It's like something. It makes good background noise, but like you're paying attention to it, but you're still able to like concentrate on other things at the same time.
It's really easy and smooth. So you don't necessarily pay super close attention to it, but it still like sinks in,
Right.
I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I guess that's all I have to say about it. It's cool. Would watch more if they did more in that style.
That'd be cool. All right.
It kind of strikes me as something they could use for like multiple music videos, like a series.
Yeah.
Spanning different songs.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, but yeah, okay, let's move on to someone else.
Mr. Kyle, it's your turn.
Is it my turn already?
It is.
Kyle, lay it on us.
Ooh,
He's our man.
this is a fun one. This one is from the band Seed, and it's called D.
Ooh,
And Kyle got mad because I forgot to put this on the list earlier.
Yeah.
way to go, JD.
I've got an angry face right next to it because I was
It's
too
true.
mad.
He's a grumpy
now,
Kyle.
I saw this one listed. It's actually on like the cartoons and comics board, like best music videos. They have like a little image that has all
Which
the
is
best
weird. This wasn't one you'd expect to see on that, since it's pretty I would assume it's pretty obscure, isn't it?
ones. Yeah, I mean, it's German reggae.
German reggae. That's
Yeah,
what you'd
it's
hear
not
every
something.
day.
It's not something you would expect on like a prominent English speaking image board.
Mm-hmm.
But no, I really like this one. I'm not really into the music style, but I actually do have it on my iPod too. It's this whole video is stop motion. The puppets are really cool. The main puppet's like an orangutan ape. He's got these really glowing eyes, and it's a really neat
And a
look to
top
it.
hat.
He's fancy.
And a top hat too. But
He's ready for a night on the town.
yeah, this whole music video is about cheating on your wife.
Oh,
Oh, really?
Yeah.
all right then.
The orangutan and the badger, they're both married, and they want to have fun.
Oh.
And the whole thing is they both failed at it.
All right then.
Yeah, in the music video, the ape orders a bunch of drinks for a girl, and she doesn't go for them, so he has to drink them all himself. That's why
Whoa,
he just
loser.
he just passes out. He's drunk. The other one, because it shows them eat the ring. They have a wedding ring. The gorilla eats it, and the other one tries to. He fails.
Yeah.
But no, just like the puppet design's really neat. Everybody has
It is.
these-
I would love to.
We'll go on.
Oh, I would love to. You were saying earlier, and I totally agree with you. I would love to own that gorilla model.
I don't know why. It's such a cool thing to look at. The use of blacklight in this is really neat too. Just the effect.
Yeah.
They go through a bunch of different colors, just like blue, red, green, for the blacklights.
They drink a glowing green liquid.
Yeah.
The raccoons are pretty horrifying. They look like scary monsters that you wouldn't want to find in an alley.
So it's funny
isn't that what
because
raccoons are?
that little chorus that they sing, it's very haunting when you hear it in a different language, but I've read the lyrics translated, and it's really not that bad of a song. I don't even think they curse
Really?
in the song. Yeah. And the chorus actually rhymes in English too, which is fucking wild.
That's great. Like, it just rhymes in both.
Well, just the chorus part, but yeah, I think it rhymes in German too.
That's pretty crazy that they were able to get it to rhyme in both languages.
Well, what's really weird is there's a part where it just straight up English rap in it.
Yeah.
The first time I saw it, it really caught me off guard because it's not something you would expect.
I feel like the music video gets a little repetitive near the end. Like, it starts out really cool with them in the jungle and it's this big scene, but then near the end it's kind of just the dancing.
Yeah.
But, it's still well done dancing.
There's only so much you can do. And
There's only so much you can get out of a dancing drunk gorilla.
Yeah. With the budget from Mark Echo, I don't know, man. Probably didn't pay him a lot. I don't know if you guys noticed, but his logo slapped everywhere.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I didn't notice.
Yeah,
It's
I noticed
like-
a little bit.
It's on people's clothes. It's on like a mural in the background.
Mm.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, I think I noticed on the clothes. I didn't really pay it any mind.
But no, I just really like it. It has a really...
The only shitty thing is if you owned that gorilla model, his eyes probably wouldn't light up.
You could fix that.
Yeah, you could probably make it so they do.
Get some LEDs or something.
There you go.
Yeah.
I dig it. I love puppetry. This shit's awesome. Fucking love it. This is
Woo.
great. Plays a xylophone.
I can't get enough.
Oh yeah, and if you like badger titties and raccoon titties, this is the video for you.
Badger titties.
Kyle, who doesn't?
That's
What you're saying is this is a video to appeal to everyone on the planet.
Exactly.
It's my jam.
Anyways, it's time for JD to start talking.
Yeah.
Are we on our last ones
we
each?
are. We are. Sir.
Wow.
Well, for my last one, let's do "Little Talks" by Of Monsters and Men. I like this song, and I like the video that goes with it.
It's funny, I've heard this song so many times on the radio, I didn't know who it was from or what the name of.
Yeah. Yeah, this song was on the radio a lot back a couple years ago. But I don't know, I really like the kind of cutout, it's kind of like cutout puppetry animation, at least in terms of how like the characters and the monsters are put together. I don't know, it's really cool, and it's like all these like dudes and their goddess walking through like a hellish snowscape until they find a monster, and they have an airship,
And then they scream, hey.
and they do.
Explode.
What a wonderful kind of day.
Unfortunately, Arthur doesn't show up, but no, I've always liked this song, but then just a couple of years ago, I found that it had a music video that went with it, and it's a pretty cool music video.
It was weird.
It's
People
sparkly.
look like chuggalos.
I gotta be perfectly honest, I hate this song.
That's fine.
But that's mostly just because I hear it on the radio so much that I got really sick of it.
Right. No, I understand that.
I had no idea it had an animated music video, though. It's pretty cool and weird.
Yeah.
It alright.
It all right.
I like the design of their flying ship.
Yeah, it
It's
was pretty
pretty
cool.
I like the monster designs. I just didn't like that they had to die. Why did the monsters have to die?
Everything has to die someday, Kyle.
That's
do
just
they
how life
deserve-
Even
works.
animals and animals and spiders.
Do they deserve to be disintegrated
Yes.
Yes,
by being screamed hey?
Yes.
yes, everything does.
Oh,
That's how we'll all go. Someone will yell hey at us, and then we'll just die.
can only hope so.
That's the way I want to go out.
But yeah,
You know what this kind of reminds me
what's
of?
that?
So there's this new game that came out not too long ago called Unruly Heroes. Have either of you heard of it?
What'd you say?
There's this game that came out not too long ago called Unruly Heroes.
I haven't heard of that.
Never heard of that.
I'll send a trailer for it after this. I don't know why it kind of reminds me of it, but it does.
Hmm.
I guess that's as far as my point's gonna go since neither of you know what I'm talking about.
Sure.
I'm looking at it right now. It's a Journey to the West type of story.
Yeah, I guess just like giant monster creatures, the way they move kind of reminds me of like that like kind of puppety sort of look. The game is made by it's made by the team who did like Rayman Origins and Legends and stuff.
Oh shit.
Nice.
So I can see similarities in like creatures and how they move and stuff.
Right.
Basically what I'm getting at.
It's on the Switch? I didn't know that. PS4?
It's on everything.
I'm gonna have to buy it. It looks fucking cool.
Yeah, it does.
Is it out
But
yet?
anyway, it came out like a month ago.
Oh shit.
Well,
But anyway, back to JD's little video.
Anyways, JD, back to your shitty video. I mean...
Whoa.
It's like I said, I'm not a huge fan of the song, but I was genuinely surprised that it had an animated music video.
Yeah, and I can totally, because this song was played to death back in the day, but I like the song. It probably doesn't bother me as much because pretty much during high school I stopped listening to the radio in any kind of regular fashion, so when I would hear a song, on the very rare occasion I'd listen to the radio that I liked and be like, I like this song, I'm going to download it and listen to it a million times. But I don't have to listen to all the other shitty songs on the radio that I don't like.
That's a good story.
It was a great story. Anyway, Dustin, what do you want to talk about for your last one?
For my last video, huh?
Yes, sir.
How about we talk about a little number called Candyyyland?
No.
Okay, well, Kyle, I guess it's your turn.
Oh, okay.
No, so I love this music video. I like the song, but it's not necessarily what I'm normally into song-wise, but I do like it. I like how high energy and fast it is, but the music video I think is like amazing because it's not like a reanimated, but they got like a bunch of different artists to come in and animate different scenes for it. I don't know the specifics, but I think they just like gave them a certain period of time and just had them animate whatever they want for it.
Yeah. When you showed this to us, it didn't seem like there was any kind of like coherent story that was going on. It just kind of seemed like, here's your section of the song, just do whatever you want with it.
Yeah, and they all have the theme of candy to them.
Yeah.
But so lots of different styles, lots of different ideas. It's really cool, and a lot of them do really well. Lots of great colors, great designs. I don't know a whole lot of the people who worked on it. Robert Isa did a scene in it. I love his work.
Yeah, I was like, that one looks familiar. Then you said it was Iza's. I'm like, yeah, I get that.
This song, just for anyone who wants to know what we're talking about, it's called Candyyyland, Candyyyland.
By Tofubeats.
By Tofu. Yeah, so I've never heard anything else by this band before. But the music video is so cool. I saved it for last because it's probably the one that leaves the strongest impression on me. Just because, like I said, there's so many different styles, and I love things where you can see people's different styles and ideas. Even if some of them are kind of similar, it's still really neat. It kind of suits the song really well because it's really high energy and sugary.
It felt like the song went into different styles, too.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, especially near the end. The end, it goes into like a different style, both visually and in the song itself. That's probably my favorite part of the video. The designs are so cool. They kind of remind me of... I need to look up who do them, but they kind of remind me of Panty and Stocking a little bit with the way the characters are drawn. I'll need to look them up because it's so cool. What did you guys think of this cool video?
I liked it.
Yeah, It was nice, and I
Cool.
like the jumping from different animation styles from each scene. There was some that are better than others.
Yeah.
But overall, I liked it.
My favorite was there was like an alligator. He was made of cake.
Oh yeah, that one was cool too. I think anything that uses like an alligator design or character is gonna automatically be cooler than others.
But it was weird because it seems like there was a character, like a main character for this music video that a lot of people animated and then it went to something else. Like there was at least 7 different shots of the same character doing something and then it moved on to like something else. It was kind of weird.
Maybe there is. Maybe there was meant. I didn't really notice. I'll have to look through it again.
'Cause there's like a girl with pink hair or something. There was a part where
yeah.
she was animated like she, it seemed like it was almost pencil style, and then there was one where it looked like with like crayon brushes or something, where it was very storybook looking, and then it just kind of went into different styles, and I want to say there was maybe 7 or 8, and then it just completely went off the rails to something else. It was kind of neat.
Yeah, I mean, maybe there was some sort of through line involved. Like I said, I don't know anything about the production of this. I just assumed like people were told, hey, you're going to animate for this section of the video. This is the music for your part. Just animate whatever you want to it. One of you was saying it sounded kind of Rhythm Heaven-esque.
I was saying that while I was watching it, like just from the jumping from different characters to different styles, almost kind of reminded me of Rhythm Heaven a little bit.
I could totally see that. I get that kind of vibe to it from it too. I'll have to look up other songs this band's done, because this one's very fast, very high energy.
Right,
and I like that sort of thing. I guess that's all I have to say about it. Again, I just think it's cool.
Try to be a little more enthusiastic, JD.
JD, come on. Don't drop the ball on my music video choice.
Yeah.
It's dropped. It went down the drain.
Shit, there it goes.
Now we gotta call a plumber.
Damn it.
Again. What else is new, am I right?
Kyle talking about his last video is new.
Kyle, what's your last pick?
Oh shit, wait, I don't have a link for it. Hold on.
Oh yeah.
I wrote it down.
Anyways, it's a little ditty called Me and Mr. Wolf.
A little ditty like the monkey, the Kong.
Yeah.
I get it. Nice Epic Gamer reference, man.
God.
But no, this is a cool video.
I liked it and I didn't like it.
And it's very understandable.
It's alright. I know a lot of people try to emulate the rubber hose style. It's very popular kind of style to emulate, and I feel like every time someone tries to do it, it fails horribly. I think Cuphead is probably the only thing that did it right, in a sense.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'd say that. I mean, there's ones like Ghost of Stephen Foster that did it really well.
Those are...
But there's definitely some where they like get the general look for it, but overall it's kind of not quite there.
It kind of feels like someone out of the loop. Whenever someone makes something like this, they're like, oh yeah, the characters bounce around a lot, and that's what they do. They play instruments.
And they have Pac-Man eyes.
Yeah, that's the general feeling of stuff like this. But I mean, it isn't bad. I like the song's alright. It's in a mix that I have on my iPod. I don't have the...
I like the song.
Yeah. It's alright. A lot of the visuals are pretty neat, like when they're running and the background's constantly changing. There's like the death traps going off and stuff like that. There's a part where a car's driving and it looks like a wolf mouth There's like teeth and stuff. That's kind of neat. There's a lot of neat visuals, but then like I was saying earlier, I really don't like it where it's like it has to get into ultra violence and super gory shit just to be like, hey, look, we're adult.
It's such a weird, because it's always with like rubber hose stuff where they're like, oh, see, it's like old funny cartoon but violent.
Yeah.
I get that it's a juxtaposition of, hey, look, it's a really cute style, but it's really dark. It's just really played out is all I'm trying to say, I guess.
That's one thing I liked about Cuphead was that, like, it has dark themes, like the devil and stuff, but it doesn't, like, overdo it. Like,
it's still kind of goofy.
It keeps it cartoony and light dark rather than, like, blood and dismemberment. Like, oh, I thought this was little kid cartoon.
Because it was like, in Cuphead, the only time where it's like, ah, shit, it's when the mouse gets eaten by the cat. I was like, oh, it's going to be like this, and then it turns out it's a robot cat. I was like, all right, this is cool. It's like ghost mice.
Yeah. They know how to keep it wacky rather than going full on. Oh, didn't see this coming, did you?
Goes grim dark with it.
Yeah, because I swear there was another music video that did the same exact thing.
I'm sure there's tons of them.
But no, just talking on this video, it's fun visually. Song wise, it's pretty great.
Probably the best music video I've ever seen, honestly.
Hands down.
Now that you're saying how good it is, now I think it's probably the best.
One of the best, at least.
In the world.
Yeah, I like it overall. I think, like, I like the style, but even then, I do agree that the, like, rubber hose but adult is really played out. No one do any more of that, please.
I really don't like the human design for the guy, the wolf. I really hate how he looks.
Oh, that was from a different music video. He's done other animated music videos, and that exact same characters in another one.
Really? Because I was about to say it looks like an avatar for like a YouTube user or something.
Yeah, it's like really hipstery looking.
Yeah.
The big teeth and everything. I fucking hate that style, but the wolf is cool at least.
Remember to like, comment, subscribe.
There you go, Gamer Bros.
Yeah, I like the wolf design a lot better. The lady's design is pretty good.
It's very Betty Boop inspired.
Yeah.
A little bit, yeah. It bothered me that her one bang was always in front of her eye, no matter what direction she was facing.
Always. Yeah. I like the monkey guy on the guitar.
He's so doofy looking.
He doesn't look like your standard rubber hose monkey. He looks like some weird freak.
It looks like kind of reminds me of like a sock monkey.
Yeah, same. Except without the nose.
Yeah. It's got like one tooth. It alright.
I both like and dislike what it's going for.
Yeah, that's my sentiments.
I kind of noticed where we're watching this that there's like a few parts of it which don't look like they're completely finished.
Yeah, I know.
Like it goes in and out in small sections where it's like cleaned up animation, and then there's like a quick thing where it's like still in sketches. And I don't know if that's intentional or not.
I don't think so.
That doesn't strike me as some... Like, if it were more obvious, I would make the argument that it was intended. But I think since it's just in, like, really quick scenes, it was just like, okay. Well.
Right. And I noticed a few spots where, I mean, obviously this is all flash animated, but there's a few spots that I noticed that it's way more puppety than the rest of it, if that makes any sense.
Yeah.
Most of the animation seems pretty fluid and pretty bouncy, but then there's parts where it just, like, really stiffens up.
Yeah. Overall, I think it's good, though.
Yeah,
overall it's well animated. I can forgive a scene here or there where maybe they had, like, a low budget or ran out of time or something. I wouldn't say those scenes ruin it or anything.
No, not at all.
I rated a 6 out of 10.
I'd maybe go 7. I'd give it a little more credit.
Yeah, I give it 7, 7.5.
3 thumbs up.
I'd give it a 10 out of 10, honestly.
Best thing I've ever seen, really.
How could you do better?
Right?
Well, I know that's the last of the videos on our list, but why don't we talk about a couple of the other videos we watched?
What did you want to talk about, Dustin?
Do I?
What was the name of that one we watched? The bird one? The Twitter?
Awful Carmen.
You just want to talk about this, don't you?
Let me look it up real fast.
Oh,
Twitter music video.
I swear
Everyone should watch this.
I swear it was in French. Was it in French?
I think
I
so,
you said
yeah.
it was by Moby.
No, that's the other one. We'll get to that.
Oh, God.
You're Moby.
Wow, are we talking to woke AF sensation Moby?
I'm woke.
So there's this music video. It's just like it's by Stromae, I think it is, and it's just Carmen, that song from the musical Carmen.
Well,
Yeah.
it's Habanera or something.
Yeah.
From Carmen.
It's very preachy and heavy-handed. It's about a guy who he's like on Twitter and how it's like a bad influence or whatever, and there's this bird following him, and it's supposed to be like, you know, Twitter.
Twitter
really
bad.
Good symbolism there. Yeah, Twitter bad. No one use Twitter. Throw cell phone away.
Or your Twitter will feed you to a big bird.
It just sucks since the animation for it is like really good. It's like incredible looking.
Like, I want to find out who animated this, because it almost reminds me of the studio that did like the Triplets of Baskerville, or not Baskerville, whatever, and the
Triplets of Belleville.
there you go. Thank you.
Triplets of Bel Air.
The fresh Triplets of Bel Air.
Yeah.
But that studio, not so much the director that did it, because I know that director has a visual style, but I think just like the animation, like the coloring, the line, and the way that works kind of looks similar. But I don't know if that's just like French animation in general has that kind of style to it.
French animation is godly.
It really bugs me because the animation is so good, but the song is so heavy-handed.
And then Obama and the Queen show up.
Because Twitter bad.
Twitter bad, man.
No one use it.
Wake up, sheeple.
I mean, like the other day I posted that I was kind of getting sick of Twitter, but after seeing this, I'm like, okay, well, you know what? Maybe I'll just double down and use Twitter twice as much, just to stick it to him.
Take that, Frenchie.
That'll show him who's boss. This video has 72 million views.
Doesn't that, like... doesn't that go against the fucking thing?
Yeah.
You should post that video on Twitter.
I'll really wake up some people.
Yeah.
Open some eyes on that one.
Don't wake up people. You're supposed to shake them up.
Shake up the status quo.
And after that, we also watched Moby and the Void Pacific Choir sing "Are You Lost in the World Like Me?" Wasn't that a great music video, you guys? Wasn't that
learned
subtle?
some things.
Did you get the message it was going for? It was pretty subtle about it.
Moby got a new fan today. It's not me, but I'm sure he got someone.
I don't even know if I'd go that far, honestly.
Remember the part when Pikachu was walking around and everyone was at a garbage dump?
I get it. Pokemon Go bad.
But, like, they got the exercise for walking out there, so, I mean...
Yeah, wasn't that a good thing that people were getting into Pokemon Go and it got people exercising and socializing?
But they're still on their phones and not interacting with each other.
That's the big problem. The phone is the big problem.
Phone bad.
So does Moby
Everyone
have a
throw
cell
your
phone?
phones away. Probably.
Does Moby's agent have a cell phone?
Well...
Does Moby play Pokemon Go?
Probably. I think Moby's actually the face of Pokemon Go.
Oh, shit.
It's actually called Pokemon Go featuring Moby.
Pokemon Gobi.
Guys, what do you think Moby's favorite Pokemon is?
I don't know.
Damn.
That was a stupid question. Never mind. Don't answer it.
I was trying to think of a Pokemon that maybe had a Moby pun, but I couldn't think of one.
Celebi?
Remember Celebi?
I don't know.
Because it's like...
It ends with IB. I don't
Celemobi.
fucking know.
Oh, I thought you were going to say because it's like nature, and nature's the opposite of phone.
Oh,
There you go.
yeah.
Nature is the exact opposite of phone.
Nature is the opposite of Registeel.
That's true. Remember what we were talking about earlier about how it's really ham-fisted when people use and overplayed when people use rubber hose art style for like more like dark commentary and visuals and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And that's exactly what Moby did. I bet he thought he was being a real original about it.
It's juxtaposing our modern times with old sensibilities.
Remember?
Well, now that you said that, I love it.
It's a
Remember when
commentary on where we are now as a society.
Now I think it's a great music video.
the girl jumped off the building. That was
And
wild,
people were
man.
just filming it on their phones.
How could
Wake up,
they?
everybody. That really says where, because people would really do that nowadays.
Dude,
they would just film
that's
someone
not
jumping
even-
off a building.
That's not even a modern day thing. We were watching there's the American Crime Story show. I think it's on FX or whatever. But we were watching the second season about how this fashion designer Versace got murdered. And the part where he actually got murdered, people were just like taking pictures and blood samples off of him to try to sell to people.
Do you guys remember, on that same topic, remember Dismaland that Banksy made?
Yeah. I was just thinking
Wasn't
about
that-
that the other day.
Wasn't that really cool and subtle? And oh man, no one's ever thought about that before. And then he had like Cinderella's carriage toppled over. It was supposed to be like Princess Diana, and she was dead, and people could take paparazzi photos.
I
How
get it.
topical.
That was what?
It was very topical.
It was very topical, and people got it. It really woke people up. And I really think a lot about this genius who did this.
The genius known as Banksy.
Yeah. My favorite part of that, though, was the Grim Reaper he had on the bumper cars.
The bumper car.
Because he just had like a bumper car thing with a Grim Reaper on it, and there was a video of its bumper car spinning around to staying alive. And I like the visual of a Grim Reaper scared to get off a bumper car because it won't stop spinning around. So he's like yelling at them to stop it and turn it off. I guess that went a little off topic from the video, but the video is kind of sucks anyway. So I just wanted to bring it up for people. Everyone go look up Moby and the Void Pacific Choir. Are you lost in the world like me? Official video. I mean, I'm sure it had a lot of work put into it. It's not like it's badly made or anything. It's just the most ham-fisted idea I've ever seen in my life. And it keeps flashing the message, these systems are failing.
Clearly.
Wow. It's like I'm glad you spelled that out for me. Thanks, Moby. Really appreciate
You've done
it.
the world a favor.
Nobody cares, Moby.
Oh,
threw
because
my-
they're too
I-
busy
Nobody
on their phones.
cares. Yeah, people are too busy on their phones to listen to them.
I threw my cell phone away, but that had all my Moby albums on it. I'm really sad.
Whoops. I guess I can never buy another Moby album.
Of all those Moby albums you already owned.
All those hits.
Yeah. All two of them.
Well, is there anything
Well,
else
that
you guys want to
about
talk
wraps
about?
it up.
I think that's all I have to talk about.
Sounds good.
And
there you go,
another
everybody.
thing.
Well, both those last videos we talked about, the stupid Twitter one and the stupid Moby one, they both end the exact same way with people going off a cliff because they're so preoccupied with their phones.
And everybody died.
Oh, man.
Everybody died.
Do you think that's a commentary on where we will be in the future? All walking off a cliff because we're too busy Pokemon Go?
Well, that was my Tuesday plan, so...
Everyone Pokemon Go walk off a cliff.
It made me want to Pokemon Go to the polls.
Alright, guys. Well, there you go. There's another batch of music videos. I'll post the links to all the videos in the descriptions if you want to go watch them. Or actually, I made a playlist on the channel of all the music videos we talked about in this episode and in the last two. So if you want to go check that out, there you go.
I feel pretty good about this episode.
I do too.
I'm really
job,
feeling
everybody.
it, you guys.
I'm proud of both of you. I'm proud of both of you, my sons.
Aw.
Thanks, Dad.
That's the big reveal of this episode. I'm actually both of your fathers.
Neat.
You owe me
I
presents.
never knew my father.
Oh, never mind. I'm not. I was lying.
Oh.
I don't owe you anything.
Okay,
Oh,
good.
fuck.
Well, thank you both for being here.
It was a pleasure.
Yeah.
And, I guess we'll be back next week with something else, so stay tuned for that. And hope everybody has a good week.
Next week, one of us will die, and we'll try to solve the mystery of which one of us died.
Spoiler
It's gonna be
alert.
me. It's gonna be me off of a cliff.
Aw.
From my phone. Oh, if only we had listened.
See you later, everybody.
Bye!
Thank you for listening to this episode of the Ink and Paint Club podcast. Be sure to subscribe to the channel so you can catch a new episode every week. Also be sure to follow us on our Facebook and Twitter so you can keep up with the show. Links are in the description. We'll see you next week.